Do you know what most men over 70 unknowingly do during masturbation that silently harms their bodies? Many believe it's a harmless act, a way to relax or relieve stress. But after a certain age, the body doesn't react the same way it did decades ago. What once supported pleasure and release can now quietly drain your strength, disturb your prostate, and even accelerate aging without you realizing it. In today's video, we'll discuss 5 common things seniors often do during masturbation without realizing how dangerous they are. These aren't moral warnings or judgments. This is about your health, your energy, and your ability to age well with confidence. Because when you understand what's really happening inside your body, you'll start to see how small changes can make a big difference. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, or even 80s and still want to maintain vitality, confidence, and prostate health, stay with me until the end. You may discover that just one of these 5 mistakes applies to you, and correcting it could restore your energy and balance faster than you expect. Let's begin. Number 1, ignoring the body's warning signals. One of the most common and harmful mistakes older men make during masturbation is ignoring the signals their body is sending. When you were 30 or 40, your body could handle longer stimulation, faster pace, and stronger arousal without much consequence. But after 70, your blood vessels, nerves, and prostate become more sensitive. What used to be normal can now easily become overstimulation. When you push your body beyond its comfort zone, forcing arousal when you're tired, continuing, even when you feel pressure or discomfort, you're not only straining your prostate, but also affecting your heart and blood flow. Many men think it's just a bit of tension. It'll go away, but that subtle discomfort is your body's way of saying, something isn't right. Over time, this habit can lead to swelling in the prostate, interrupted urination, and lower energy after climax. The truth is, the male body in its later years needs gentleness, not intensity. Masturbation isn't supposed to feel like a challenge. It's meant to be a connection with your own body. But many older men treat it as if they're still in their youth, rushing, tightening their muscles and breathing heavily. This builds up tension in the pelvic area, restricting blood circulation and increasing the risk of chronic prostate issues. If you notice fatigue, a dull ache near your groin, or difficulty urinating after you finish, these are not minor signs. They're your body's red flags. Continuing the same pattern only worsens the damage. The key is awareness. Your goal should be relaxation and balance, not performance or speed. When you respect your body's pace, you'll find more satisfaction with far less strain. When you begin to listen instead of forcing, you'll notice something remarkable. Your body responds with gratitude. You'll feel calmer, lighter, and more stable throughout the day. It's not about stopping the act, but changing your relationship with it. That's the difference between pleasure that heals and pleasure that harms. Number 2, overusing pornographic stimulation. Another mistake many older men make is depending too much on visual or digital stimulation. Watching explicit videos or scrolling through suggestive material might feel like an easy way to get in the mood, but after 70, it often does more harm than good. Your brain, not your body, becomes the main source of stimulation, and that shift has serious consequences for your hormones and prostate health. When the mind becomes addicted to digital arousal, your body begins to disconnect from natural sensation. The dopamine surges that come from porn are short-lived but powerful. They overstimulate the reward system while dulling the sensitivity of real touch. For younger men, the body can often recover from that kind of overstimulation. But for older adults, that constant flood of artificial excitement can lead to fatigue, hormonal imbalance, and even a loss of natural libido over time. What's more, this habit weakens your emotional balance. You may not notice it right away, but regular use of artificial stimulation can make you feel more anxious, restless, or even lonely after release. That's because your body isn't responding to human connection anymore. It's reacting to exaggerated digital signals. In men over 70, this often contributes to what doctors call prostate congestion, where the gland doesn't empty properly due to overarousal without full relaxation. Some men tell themselves it's harmless because they don't act out physically with others. But over time, the habit can numb your natural rhythm. You might notice you need more time to get aroused, or that the pleasure feels weaker than before. You might also find it harder to sleep or focus afterward. These are clear signs your nervous system is tired. Instead of relying on the screen, try reconnecting with your own rhythm, your breath, your heartbeat, your thoughts. Remember, the goal isn't just release, it's renewal. When stimulation comes from within rather than from pixels, the pleasure becomes deeper and more peaceful. It's less about performance and more about harmony. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, rushing the process instead of relaxing. Many men in their 70s make this third mistake. Without realizing how damaging it can be, they rush. They try to finish quickly, as if the goal is simply to get it done. But the truth is, the older your body gets, the more it needs time, patience, and rhythm. Quick and forceful stimulation may feel satisfying for the moment, but it creates unnecessary pressure in your pelvic floor, tightens your muscles, and strains your prostate. Think of your body like an old car engine. When you were young, you could hit the gas and go full speed without warming up. But now the system runs best when it's gently eased into motion. When you rush, your breathing shortens, your muscles stiffen, and your blood circulation becomes restricted. That lack of oxygen flow leads to fatigue afterward, sometimes even dizziness or discomfort in your lower back. The more you rush, the more your body releases stress hormones instead of relaxation hormones. That means you finish tense, not calm. Many older men don't realize why they feel anxious or irritable afterward. It's because their nervous system never got the message that the act was meant for peace. It felt like another round of strain. There's also a deeper psychological side to this. When you rush, you're often chasing a feeling that used to come easily in youth. You're not truly in the moment. You're comparing the present with the past. That constant mental pressure not only reduces pleasure, but can lead to self-blame or frustration, both of which hurt emotional balance and self-esteem. To avoid this, slow down your breathing. Take your time. Focus on your sensations, not your performance. Treat the experience as a way to connect with your body, not compete with your younger self. You'll notice your body feels warmer, calmer, and more responsive. The climax may feel different, softer perhaps, but it will leave you refreshed rather than drained. Remember, after 70, the real pleasure lies not in how fast you reach the end, but in how fully you honor the process. When you slow down, your body heals, your circulation improves, and your prostate feels lighter, not heavier. This is how you turn what was once a quick act of habit into a mindful act of care. Number 4, ignoring rest and recovery. One of the most overlooked mistakes among older men is not giving the body enough time to recover between acts of self-stimulation. In your younger years, your body could handle frequent activity without much trouble. But after 70, recovery time becomes essential, not only for your energy, but for your hormonal balance, circulation, and prostate health. When you masturbate too often without resting, the prostate gland remains partially congested. That means it doesn't have enough time to fully release and reset. Over time, this leads to inflammation, discomfort, and reduced function. Many men confuse this with a urinary issue, but it's actually the body's way of saying, I haven't had enough time to heal. You might notice symptoms like heaviness in the lower abdomen, frequent urges to urinate, or even a sense of fatigue that lingers for a day or two afterward. These are not coincidences. They're the signs of an overworked system. Your body, much like an old tree, can't keep producing sap endlessly without rest. It needs cycles of energy, activity, and recovery to stay strong. But recovery isn't just about the body, it's also about the mind. Sexual energy in older adults is deeply connected to emotional well-being. When you give yourself time to rest, you allow that energy to transform into peace, creativity, or contentment. Rushing into the next act only drains what could have been restored. A healthy rhythm for men in their 70s is one guided by awareness, not habit. Listen to your energy levels. Some days you may feel strong and vibrant, other days you may feel slow or tired. Follow that rhythm. By spacing out your activity, your body can replenish testosterone, naturally improve blood flow, and even reduce nighttime urination. This is the part most older men never realize. Moderation increases pleasure. When you wait, you build anticipation, sensitivity, and emotional clarity. You'll find that each experience feels fuller and more satisfying because your body had time to prepare. It's not about frequency, it's about quality and harmony with your body's wisdom. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, neglecting emotional connection and self-acceptance. This final mistake is perhaps the most subtle, yet the most damaging, disconnecting the act from emotion and self-acceptance. Many men in their 70s still carry silent guilt or shame around sexuality, often shaped by decades of social conditioning. They treat self-pleasure as something secret or mechanical, rather than as a part of their well-being. But here's the truth, emotional detachment in this stage of life weakens not only your spirit, but your physical health too. When intimacy becomes just a release, your body registers it as stress rather than relaxation. Your nervous system stays alert instead of unwinding, your muscles stay tight instead of softening, and your heart rate doesn't fall into a calm rhythm afterward. Over time, this emotional numbness contributes to hormonal imbalance, tension in the prostate, and even depression. You see, in your younger years, you may have been told to suppress emotion, to act strong, detached, or purely physical. But after 70, your body craves softness. It thrives on tenderness and calm energy. Every touch, every breath, every pause becomes a conversation with yourself. Ignoring that conversation is like turning away from your own reflection. It disconnects you from the deeper meaning of your body's wisdom. Try to shift your mindset. Instead of seeing the act as an escape, treat it as a quiet form of meditation. Don't rush to finish. Focus on your breathing, your heartbeat, and the feeling of gratitude that your body is still capable of pleasure and sensation. That gratitude alone releases oxytocin, the hormone of connection and peace. And perhaps most importantly, forgive yourself for being human. There's nothing shameful about caring for your body or exploring what brings you peace. What harms you is not the act itself, but the emotional distance you create when you treat it without respect or self-compassion. Remember, real health in old age doesn't come from denying desire. It comes from understanding it. When you approach this part of your life with acceptance, gentleness, and patience, your prostate relaxes, your stress lowers, and your emotional clarity improves. It's not just about avoiding harm, it's about rediscovering balance, both physically and emotionally. Final thoughts. As we grow older, our relationship with our body changes, and that's nothing to fear, it's something to honor. The choices you make at 70 or 80 have more power than you realize. Each small act of awareness, each moment of kindness toward yourself, helps your body stay balanced, your mind stay calm, and your confidence stay alive. Don't let shame or habit lead you astray. Your body still belongs to you, and it deserves care, not punishment. Take the lessons from this video and let them guide you. Slow down, listen, rest, and reconnect. You'll find that peace doesn't come from denying who you are, but from embracing yourself fully with honesty and compassion. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.